So I was trying to make this a silent video, but unfortunately, there is a schizophrenic who is borderline and histrionic who lives here, and she be doing things to be extra and just get attention and also siphon my energy because she's extremely jealous. So I'm so sorry if she ruined the session with her chihuahua and all of the noise and banging of the doors and the microwave. It was supposed to be a silent session, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the crystals that I'm not even going to talk about her because at this point she wants so much attention. And if the attention's not on her, then she fucking dies. So anyways, she's extremely toxic. So I'm not even going to give her that energy. So this is an earth shaman stone. So he's very connected to my tantric kundalini goddess energy. And he likes to be scratched a lot, as well as my beautiful ametrine cactus quartz, beautiful, as well as my carnelian, which is connected to the sacral chakra and can heal relationship issues and can calm anger. And if you're a god or a goddess incarnate, you know about goddess rage. It's called sacred goddess rage or sacred god rage. This really helps with that. And then we have the tangerine aura quartz here, which really connects to my Lemurian, Atlantean, and my starseed realms. And then we have the celestite angelic stones, which is, these are so beautiful. They're connected to the celestial angels, the angels of fire and transformation, but also the archangels. And then I have a beautiful bloodstone here, which is really good for root chakra and grounding and Mother Gaia energies and like healing. It's just really beautiful. I wish you could see it without this glare here from the... And then I have my lepidolite pendant that my oldest son gave me for my birthday one year. Lepidolite, some people pronounce that as lepidolite. And a beautiful chevron amethyst, which for me, amethyst brings serenity, very calming and peaceful crystal. I have collected crystals since I was 5. So the goddesses and the archangels, they called me long, long, long ago. Then I have my angel aura, Lemurian quartz, and an Atlantean Lemurian rainbow aura quartz, connecting to the higher chakras. This can be the throat chakra, the crown chakra, or the soul star chakra, and the third eye, as well as this one. I have another ametrine, but a very perfect Larimar. It's a Larimar ametrine from Lemuria and Atlantis. And for the end of the session, as we're nearing the end, we have the beautiful spirit cactus fairy quartz here, which connects to the Venusian Fae. And, excuse me for my words today, another angel aura quartz crystal, Lemurian, Atlantean. And I also have a clear quartz with, there's a name for this. He's Lemurian quartz, but he's got black tourmaline and smoky quartz like inclusions. And then I have my jade crystal stick, which I cut with. I like to cut with it. And then, of course, my smoky quartz, who is very protective. And I showed you my other smoky quartz, right? The big point here, who's very protective. And I also used the arrowhead today, the shamaness, or the shaman arrowhead black tourmaline. He's actually like, he looks like the edges look very smoky quartz, but black tourmaline, I could be wrong. I have this jade roller here with some pretty like plant inclusions, but I'm going to just do a little bit more cutting because I feel like if you're surrounded by negative energies at work or family members or roommates, you know, and people with personality disorders, like they're so hard to deal with. It doesn't matter if they're medicated or not, like they will just go out of their way, especially if they're jealous of you, to sabotage your every move and endeavor. Trust me, I know this. I've known this for like 31 years. I've had to live with energy vampires for 41 years, but then the head energy vampires came, and on and off they just started slowly seeping in and just kind of, you know, hooking into your mental, not mine, but someone else's that I deeply cared for at one point before she took their side and partook in ruining my life for almost a decade, and just plotting and planning on me. So now I just do my thing. I don't even worry. So it's just to enlighten you and to let you know, like, okay, like there's energy vampires who can be parasite spirits who can be deeply jealous of you or competitive of you, and whether they're in your family, your roommates, your workplace, wherever, people on the street walking, and energies transfer, you know. Evil eye is real, and spells, unfortunately, and hexes and curses and all of that stuff is real. So I have just the thing for this. We're going to do a spell reversal today with my lemon verbena. And I was burning some earlier because I really have had a lot of people plot on my downfall in my days, and I know that like I can't be fake for the life of me. So we're going to just burn this. Let me grab a lighter. And we are going to reverse it right back to them. To keep certain things higher energy. A lot of stuff that happens throughout the years on and off ever since I moved back from ESA, which is Extended Stay America, which I move out a lot. One day though, hopefully I won't come back. So we're going to be lighting this. So you could state your intention mentally or out loud. I return to sender all hexes, curses, jinxes, evil eye, bad energy, reptilian archon hooks, jealousy, competition, and the stress that they bring to me. What they wish for me may happen to them. And I return this energy 3 times 3 times 3 as I will it, so mote it be. Just let me get like a really good burn here on this bed of lemon verbena, because this herb is powerful. It has the power to heal, and it also has the power to send it right back. And, you know, if you know about people's intentions these days, and you could feel, and you're clairsentient and telepathic, and you pick up, you know, on these intentions and these motives, you know about the evil eye. And this lighter is just, we're returning the evil eye with the intention of get it off of me and return it back to the senders. And there's her chihuahua barking again. It's actually her son's, who's very demented in the head, like her, to say the least, and he's not medicated. He self-medicates, which many times he broke into my room, and it's just really detrimental, and nobody ever does anything, so I had to start protecting myself, you know what I mean? And so I had to do what I had to do until he stopped. So if you have to get a restraining order on someone, you know, do what you have to do, you know, to protect yourself. So I return all the nasty negative energy, all of the projections, all the ill wishes to the senders. 3 times 3 times 3 by the power of 3, so what would it be? So you just kind of this is my lighter that I got I think I got this like a year and a half ago, and I just found it in my things, and I love it because it has this free spirit gypsy on it, and I completely forgot that I had gotten her from where I used to live. And it just reminds me. So she's a free spirited gypsy. And I hope you guys are all living your best life. I'm trying my best to heal the masses. I'm also trying to heal myself, so I didn't talk about any starseed stuff today, but I am transmuting and transcending all of this DNA from her body out of it. And I'm really healing now. I'm in my healing era. So I'm trying really hard to be more open-minded and understanding and compassionate, and not as impulsive or spontaneous or random, or just, and they were all influences from the energy vampires, which energy vampires can really, especially if you're a telepathic energy vampire and you have to live with that person and they don't like you for whatever reason, they just don't click with you. It's just been like hell for 31 years on and off, but anyways, I'm gonna go and find my apophyllite, and I'm going to do more healing to you guys with that. And let me see what crystal this is. This is either a bromide or a smoky quartz. This was my son's, my oldest son's. This is a smoky quartz, I believe, because bromides are really brown. This is like a grayish brown. So just gonna do some crystal tapping on this. And we're still burning this beautiful return to sender, which I had my new light, but when I was in the car in the plaza, people were putting powders on certain crystals, and unfortunately I had to have my friend tow the car out of the plaza to his friend's shop, and then he had to throw a lot of the things that they spelled and put Santeria curse powders and hoodoo curse powders and just the Haitian and Jamaican magic curse powders. We had to throw a lot of stuff away. So I do have my remaining crystals, and I do have my life. I do miss my crystal babies that they ruined, but may this energy that they did me be gently returned to them, but with also a full force, so they know not to mess with the goddess incarnate again. So it's just certain individuals in that plaza from Bubbakoo's, females that still work there, 2 of them, as well as 2 that got fired from my ex-boyfriend. Also, we're just returning this energy back to the people at Bubbakoo's because they deserve it. And we're also returning this back to Allied Universal security guards, and the security guard who works at Walmart, who, when John tried to help me, he took Jose off after he disrespected me, and he put James on, which further kept disrespecting me. And then that Archon hatred spread to, and then also from the Haitian and Jamaican women who were putting powders in my shoes and throwing cups at my car when I lived in my car in the plaza, and I was vulnerable when the state really did not help me with housing, and I was a single mother, and I was struggling, and I was getting attacked by my own blood, as well as getting attacked by my ex's mother and then his wife. Other people started partaking in the attack, so it was just fun. So yeah, I'm just like transmuting and healing all of this. I don't understand why. I think that I'm gonna come into my room. This is a beautiful blue aqua aura quartz. And we're just going to return more energy back to them. And I'm going to end the session because this dog energy, I'm just not feeling the barks today. So I thank you so much for joining me for my session. And just keep, coming back for more. And I forgot to do my Shaman rattle shaker. This is probably why I'm feeling a little today. I tried to take care of myself. Really try to take care of your body, you guys, your physical vessel. Try to implement beautiful herbs in your teas, like star anise, cinnamon powder, allspice, clove, bay leaf, oregano, cinnamon stick, as well as, the powder like I just said earlier. It's a really nice calming tea. I went for a walk at 3:30 a.m. last night under the stars. It was freezing, but it was just so empowering for my soul. My soul's awakening and my growth underneath the stars and the planets of Orion and Sirius, Sirius, because I am a blue ray star seed as well as connected to the cosmic angelics and the archangels. There's lots of archangel energies around me. I've been invoking the archangels. The archangels have always been around me ever since birth. And I was the angel incarnate for a long time. And then lots of dark forces came for my gifts and tried to hook in and really try to influence me. And then it wasn't their energy. The way I was acting at the plaza, that wasn't my energy. I was being preyed on by energy vampires, and it was awful, but I survived it, and I'm a warrior. WARRIOR. I'm a warrior. I've had my 144 spiritual awakening back in 2019, my Pleiadian calling back in 2019. I've worked with archangels all my life, always had angel statues, and they've always been a huge part of my life, as well as the celestial angelics, the cosmic angels in the cosmos, in the cosmic realms, the higher star realms. And then of course I have my star mothers from Pleiades, Lemuria, Atlantis, my Orion star fathers, so on and so forth. So I'm a very ascended, evolved soul, a very spiritual, evolved soul. And I know about all the realms, and my spiritual gifts just keep getting stronger and stronger every day. I beat so much adversity that I'm really proud of myself, and I want to encourage you to give yourself more credit and be happy that you are a warrior, because those of you who are watching, I'm sure you are warriors as well. And it takes a very strong soul to go through and come out alive after so much hatred pointed at her, or adversary, and so much witchcraft pointed at her. Back in 2018, I had my daughter's father's girlfriend at the time, which we were together before them. But anyways, some women just, they like sloppy seconds, and it's not even that, but it's her father, her mother and her father divorced her. I don't know, they were never married, and her mother was a wicked drug addict. And then the father remarried, and she had a stepmother named Gracelyn. So that really scarred my ex's girlfriend. So that was her when she was younger, whether it's an adolescent or early 20s. And then so she took that anger and all that pent up energy, didn't go to therapy, didn't heal from it. And then she did basically, to fulfill her wound, she preyed on my family when I was in my I think I was 34, because we were together when I was 26 until about 27 until I was 34. And then before that, I was with someone for about 10 years, and that's my first son's father. He's going to be 17 this year, my baby. My first child was a boy, and he also is the angel incarnate. the Archangels Michael and Raphael actually made me pick his birth name, which he likes. And he's going through a spiritual calling right now with the Archangels, and he's ascending. And so anyways, well, my ex was my twin flame. I was a divine feminine. I was also a 144, so I was a spiritual warrior from the 144s. Right around the time when we had agreed to break up and things just weren't going, how they should be and things like this, because of a lot of adversity, like his mother, my sister, my mother, and just ill will wishes, his sister, and so many others wishing against our relationship, like my nephews and things like that. It was like this big soul shock to the point where, like, I'll never wish that type of pain on anyone. That's a whole other story for another video, because we're nearing an hour almost. But when I lost that person out of my life, because he was my divine masculine, it's like I had fragments of my soul just like leave, like just like fly into like the forest, like leave with him. So like I went through huge pain because he helped me raise my first son for 6.5, almost 7 full years, and I felt the pain of my first child when he lost his stepfather, and then of course our daughters. So then after that, so like his wife is actually, she calls herself a druid witch, so she did a lot of witchcraft on him, and she was doing it on me at the time, and it was just like I was getting hit with so many spiritual attacks, and I was like I moved to Extended Stay America, which is ESA, with my daughters. I had them going out to school out there on Westwood Boulevard. It was the Extended Stay America on Westwood Boulevard, not the sports complex, but the first one, like in front of it. And they were going to a school out there, and we really liked it. And that woman was just like throwing so many spiritual attacks on me. And then like I remember just moving to by UCF area in another hotel, and then I think that one was La Quinta near Alafaya out by UCF. And then I came back to the house. My dad bought this house, and then I was here for a while because she was like attacking me, and that's when like I protected myself, but I was still like a baby practitioner, and I was like receiving messages, and I was in just like a lot of pain. And then like now, like I've progressed to, a priestess, a shamaness. I had my Pleiadian awakening back in 2019, and then like I met a couple of fallen angels, and then I was attacked by energy vampires, and then they were trying to put their darkness on me, and I was staying very close to the archangels at the time and celestial beings of light, which are the cosmic angels. And so anyways, she had basically, my ex's now wife, put blood ties and blood roots on him and tied him to her, and completely like did stuff to us. But then I also cut cords right before this to him, and it was just some deep stuff that I had to really learn the hard way in this life, and then his mother was attacking me with her, like spiritually. It was just like, can I get a break? And then I was getting attacked at the house, which they were throwing witchcraft on individuals living in the house with me. And then some of them just like were jealous of me. She told me she was jealous of me, and then another person just hated me. And then they just kept like, it was just like that group. And then I ended up I moved again, and I went to Extended Stay America out on Lake Mary Boulevard. And then I ended up, one of my clients for Moon Goddess Charm, that was my old business, my spiritual business at the time, where I would sell a bunch of crystals, crystals like this, as well as do readings. Like I was a baby practitioner, and one of my clients had introduced me to my last father of my child, so I have 4 children, and he, like, we got pregnant almost right away, and it was a surprise, and then we were planning for marriage, and then these people in this house, like, pulled me back in energy, and I tell the story in another video, so you could just watch my videos and you could see where it all connects. And then when they were attacking me, we also got invited to a party, a Santeria party, where there were high priestesses of Ochun, and there was a Polero of Shango, and then me and my third and last baby's father of this life got attacked really bad. So it was just like I was getting spiritually attacked for like from probably 2014 all the way up until last year. So it was like almost 11 years. Like, it was a decade of my life. I'm now 41. So I survived what a lot of people would have probably taken their self out themselves. And I proved to myself that I'm a warrior spirit. And I am walking living proof that if you can walk through darkness so many times and you're still breathing, honey, that means that you are the strongest version of yourself, and you got through what most people would have gotten killed in, and you need to give yourself a lot of credit and live your life and just flourish no matter what adversaries are thrown at you, and no matter what people say about you, no matter what curse is trying to be thrown at you. Just keep going and keep moving forward. That's all we can do. I want to thank you for listening and watching my session. I also wanted to say that I was getting very attacked by my own blood family members who partook in the attacks, which sometimes my soul is still very shocked at the level of hatred and the targeting from them. Because I was given SUV by my mother after my blood brother died, my whole brother, and he passed away. And my mother had kept the Chrysler 300 and given me the Santa Fe. And so, like, she was like, here are the keys to your new car. Do you want to drive the kids to school today with your new car? And, like, was dangling them. And so when my sister came back, she, like, told my mother to get the car from me and influenced my mother to do what she wanted to, because it's energy vampire stuff. And she gets being energy vampire because she was with my ex-brother-in-law who started this energy vampire satanic crap in the family. So he just brought so much darkness here. And so it's something that I have to deal with now, and his two grown sons who hate me as well as him because I rejected him. And I was like the only one that he couldn't hook into. Like, when I first met him, I was deeply against him being inside the house. I saw right through him with my gifts. I begged my parents when I was like 10 not to let him marry her because I foresaw so much shit coming, especially with him and his first son and then his last son. And so it was just like they started like attacking me and like hooking into my mother and influencing her against me slowly after my dad passed, and then after my brother passed. And then my mother has made friends with my ex's mother, who helped plant seeds in my ex's head about me, my daughter's father. And this is why I went to the plaza, because I was just getting fucking attacked. I was getting targeted. And I was trying to apply for housing for me and my children. I went on 2 HUD housing waiting lists for so many years. Like, the first one was 4 years, the last one was 5 years. So that was a total of 9 years. I lost it to 2 African American women with 1 more kid than me. Never got approved for child support. They went judicial, which they don't show up for court. Then I applied for a Section 8 waiting list, a lottery down in Miami. There was 1,000 people who got picked, but I wasn't one of them. So it was just a lot of stuff that I was going through, and like the people around me who I was supposed to like be able to like confide in and like trust and love me, and I was supposed to love and trust, they betrayed me. So like I found myself out living near Destination Parkway. I just was drawn out there from like at first Westwood Boulevard, and then I had a friend in that hotel who I stopped talking to him because I got attacked from this girl named Ashley at Westwood Boulevard, Extended America, as well as a girl named Elijah. I don't know if they're still there, because of my ex-boyfriend Richie at the time. And then I had a friend named Miguel, but his real name was Kenneth Cardona, And then after me and Richie had broken up, me and Kenneth started going together. But after all the attacks, I had moved to the Rosen with my daughters, and then I went to La Quinta, and then I came back here. And then my friend Kenneth Cardona, who is known as Miguel, he ended up getting shot, and I just feel really bad because I like stopped talking to him, and like he just like kept texting me, and like I ignored him because I was going through so many personal issues. That's why it's like you never know like what someone's really going through. So like if they really need you, and I understand the power of boundaries, but don't be mean to people because like they might really like need a friend, you know. So like I got pulled back out to Destination Parkway and Universal Boulevard, but I stayed in the other hotels that are just really bad news now in that really bad area of Commodity Circle and Equity Row. And then I started getting attacked by it was just so bad out there. It wasn't like that back in 2020 and 2021, but now since this generation is more like grown, I don't know what's going on with Gen Alpha, but, and no offense to Gen Z, but some of y'all are so numb that like it's like when you fall in love with someone, it's like you're obsessed, you know what I mean? It's just like, bro, you don't have to take it to the extreme like that. Like you can't even say hi or say someone's beautiful without them getting offended these days. It's like, bro, loosen up. It's a compliment. I am a millennial. Yes, I was born in the wrong era, but it's just so much in the world now that I kind of wish I could go back to 2016 and 2015 and 2014, or maybe 2014, and just kind of make different decisions and kind of relived like 2014 or like 2017, no, maybe 2017, but it's like completely different now, like this whole world. So yeah, definitely just remember that you're not your thoughts, you're not your self-esteem, you're not the projections others have placed on you. If people have problems with you, that's their issue, that's not yours. And remember to always call your power back to you, right? So just be like, I call all my power back to me. I am strong, I am beautiful, I am God, I am goddess. And we're going to affirm this together. So I am protected by the utmost spiritual light. My energetic boundaries are protected. You know, and when you work with archangel energies, they can sometimes make you feel really open and vulnerable. And then energy vampires, like they will always be lurking and trying to siphon your energy and listen to you, and it's just so draining. So this is like the reason, a huge reason why I like do these videos, is because I know how it is to be siphoned and to be like taken advantage of. When like I was a single mom, like I had like my own family like take advantage of me. Like I would go to hotels and like I'd make friends at the hotels like behind the desk, and they'd give me like, they just give me like towels and like really pretty goose feather down blankets, you know, and like really pretty like white blankets from the hotels. And then like they would like steal them from me like when I came back here, or like steal me and my kids' things, or like you just don't do stuff like that. Like if it's not yours, if you didn't bring it back here, then don't touch it. Don't break into someone's room and fuck with their stuff. Don't go in the refrigerator and fuck with their food. Like there's just things that you don't fucking do to people. So a lot of people, they just do that shit to fuck with you, or just because they're demented, and that's their issue with you, and that's like their projection. So we're gonna shake this energy out today. I wanted to do a video about my twin flame story back in 2017, because I'm really not done telling that story, and it's such a true story. I also want to tap with Raphael because he's calling to me, and I really need to tap with him today. So this is like a green jasper, and I've had him. I used to have a really pretty opalite rabbit stone. It was the shape of a rabbit, one of my spirit animals when I was a little girl, as well as the mammal, the dolphin. I also want to just shake a little bit more. I just want to do some more shakes. It's just, the walls are so thin here, and you could hear every little latch of the door and every slamming of the microwave and like every voice through the wall. And it's like, I wish these walls were thicker. I miss my house out in Davenport. My ex and I, we had a house in Davenport in Champions Gate. It's a really beautiful property. It was a huge house. And people will try to destiny swap you. Like, we're going to talk about that in an upcoming video, destiny swapping. And I have a lot of things that I have to talk about with you guys, like soul retrieval, soul fragments, just so many things coming up. So I love you guys. Thank you for coming to my video, and thank you for allowing me to heal for you. And remember, blend some herbal teas today, like star anise. Star anise. She tasted really good in the tea, as well as if you put cinnamon and cloves and a little bit of oregano. So good. It was so cold last night that like I had to. I walked in 37-degree weather and it was freezing. I almost got frostbite on my hands. I was like, no thank you. This is not Florida weather. Look at this. It's beautiful. I mixed some we're just gonna kind of play with this one a little bit. These are hibiscus. Excuse me, I just have to get a drink. Oh, the ice really melted in that. This is just lovely hibiscus and rose petals. I'm gonna kind of burn them now because I just feel like very called to like burn these. This is what they look like again. I get that from Fancy Fruit by me. And we're gonna burn this for self-love. And I ran out of my lavender and my sage. I have a little teeny bit of lavender left, but I need to go and get more. So I will say the hibiscus doesn't smell that great when you burn it, but we're gonna do some cinnamon stick as well. I wanna get this petal right here. Oh, it's cold out today. It's like 38 outside and it's not even 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. I hope you guys don't mind my ASMR story times. We're gonna put some tea rose, some alchemy oil on this. Just for self-love and remembering who you are and coming back into your power. Let's just wait till we get this. I usually like to have a candle going and then just lighting this on the flame of the candle. So I don't have to waste so much like lighter fluid. Sometimes it's harder to flare up. get this baby going. I really like the Walmart candles. I think they're called like amber cashmere or amber something. I don't know if it's amber cashmere. Here we go. It smells so divine. I need to go and buy a candle from there. I think I might go to Walmart Castleberry one of these days. That's the Walmart that I'm by, Super Center, sort of, as well as Walmart Aloma. So I think that I might go. I love it. It's like a tiki, it's like a tiki. I love this. I had an ancient shamanism, Native American life one time. And we would sit around the bonfires and we would just like, it was a lot like Jacob's family and Twilight. I just remember like my ancestors from that life and how caring they were. And I'm just like, God, I miss you guys because this family and this life sucks. Okay, so we're gonna just call back the sweetness to our life. Thank you, Cinnamon Sticks, for bringing the sweetness back into my life after going through so much for so long. Thank you for bringing back the sweetness to my life. Thank you for returning what was stolen from me, what was siphoned from me, and from what the enemy stole from me. And I'm going to be lighting a candle. Energy of this and imbuing to this candle. I'm going to make a little blend for us to where it's going to have some peppermint on it and some bay leaves. And put a teeny bit of rosemary on this to call in that healing, protective energy. And a teeny bit of rose. Just for healing and self-love, as well as for awareness. Which this rose petal is probably gonna burn too close, but this is what it looks like. It's got bay leaf, rosemary, and that rose. And you just set your intention right in there. And I'm going to burn the candle in this. I'm gonna see if I can burn the cinnamon stick I meant in the candle. So I'm just gonna try to get this baby going. Thank you, Cinnamon Stick, and thank you, Herbal Allies, Rose, my Herb Allies, Rose, Rosemary, Bay Laurel, Cinnamon Stick for bringing me that self-love and that self-awareness every day. Thank you for allowing myself to be soft with myself and for allowing me to engage in self-care and for helping me love myself that I am. And for helping me overcome all adversities, as well as obstacles that may be thrown my way. And thank you, Cinnamon Stick, for bringing the sweetness back into my life. And so it is. So I hope you guys had a really good session. I kind of went over a little bit too long, but my nephew's not here, and I really just enjoy his presence being out of the house because he's very detrimental to my nerves, and I hate it. So I hate to use that word, but it's the truth. We're gonna burn some bay leaf here. So much easier. Life is so much easier without my nephews and my sister because they're so evil. They're energy vampires, and it's just like, it's so hard because they suck all the chi life force energy and then they manipulate so many other family members against me, and it's just like, they don't make life easy, and they're not nurturing, they're not comforting or loving. They're very like live life shallow and very egotistic and like demented and like really invade boundaries and invade like a lot of stuff. So we're just gonna kind of be blowing this shit away right now, something that I need to blow away. And if you want to set your intention while I burn these herbs, you are more than welcome to, as well as I am going to light up this cinnamon stick. Hold on, I need to get another bay leaf down here. This is what I kept thinking of, and I used this kind of in my previous sessions, and then I just want to burn the bay leaves for good juju and just to clear out any negative vibes or bad intentions. And so I have a basket here of just so many herbs. I just kind of want to focus on the bay leaves and burning them to cleanse. Any negativity, any type of bad juju that no longer serves you for your greatest and highest good. You know, guys, I love the element of fire because it's so transformative, and I want to thank you so much for everything that you guys do, allowing me to do this for you, as well as I like my water with lots of ice. I do not like room temperature or warm water. So I do want to just say thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being on planet Earth. And thank you so much for believing in me and watching my videos. Subscribe, make a donation. And I hope to have many more sessions with you guys. Love and light. I'll see you soon.